Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and as much progress as I've been making with this side of the tower, I feel like this side over here has been a little neglected, so we are going to come over here to our north tower. I've started, whoa, I was flying. Hopefully I died in such a way that my stuff is mostly assembled. Let's see, is it indeed? Yay, I found it. It's always nice when everything's still there. Some of it probably went down there too, but we can get that next. That's so weird, because I know that's a survivable fall if I just dropped straight down with my boots on. And I was flying, but whatever. On the whole, this is not the best way to start an episode, but it's not the worst, because in the process of gathering these things, I realized that I needed to build 3 more of these pillars up anyway to get the tower going. So we might as well just work on that for the moment. Great, so now that we've got those additional 3 pillars set up here, we've got the pure definition of how this tower is going to go. Now, I don't really have all the torches and all the blocks I need to do everything exactly perfect the way I want to right now, but what I did want to point out that's really cool about this building is that the layers down here, this building has kind of several different structures within it, if this makes any sense. Like, the first 2 floors of the castle are intended to be like an impressive castle. And then the 3rd floor that we're standing on now is actually kind of like the foundation for a really cool mansion. So it's like the builders, or the architect intended for the downstairs area to be like the meeting spaces and the working spaces of the castle. But then there's just like this awesome mansion built on top of the castle up here. And then, of course, way down below the castle, there's more working spaces that are like more like dungeons and that sort of thing. So, anyway, it's kind of like several builds in one. And the materials that I'm actually going to use up here are going to change. Now, the towers that protrude upward are still kind of part of that core castle look. So they are going to have the same stone as the other walls. But the mansion walls are going to be wood, and I was thinking either white clay or bone. Honestly, thematically, I think bone is going to look better. And Wells already used white clay significantly in his mansion, or not mansion, in his castle's village, which I feel like I'd like to build something as different from what Wells does as possible. But you know, if I'm trying to look at the original designs for this map from Tracy and Laura Hickman, it's gonna look kind of similar. It's gonna have white and wood, and there's just not a lot I can do about that. You know, I thought about varying it a little bit, but I don't know, I'm still thinking on that. But anyway, while I do a lot of the grunt work of just getting this 3rd floor installed and working on this tower, you know, I'm going to be thinking a little bit about what I want to do with the community area. So if you guys have any suggestions for what to do with the community area, we're probably going to go ahead and visit that shortly, and you can kind of see the plots that I've claimed there. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Time skip. Well, as you can see, we've got the fundamentals of our north pillar in place, or north tower. It'll actually go up about that high, so not as high as the high tower, but higher than the south one. And it'll have a bridge that connects it to the south one. Now, the bridge will have a fancy arch and stuff in it later. Right now, we're just trying to get the logical pieces of the structure in place, and then we'll worry about the details down the line. One detail that I am worried about, though, I just keep running out of stone. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to fly back to spawn, now that I can fly, right? And I'll go get some cobble from the Yesh building. Hopefully, I can set up some sort of lava cooker thing, stealing the, I have kind of a little bit of a temporary furnace I set up underneath the Rubik's Cube, the Red Sky base sign. And I figure I can probably what would you call that, repurpose it for cobblestone processing. Man, there's a lot of mobs down here. It has been a little while, I admit, since I've flown on any Minecraft server. So, hopefully I don't get lost. Probably should have brought a map. This swamp seems bigger than I think it should be. Let's go ahead and fly upward. I don't want to run out of these, what do you call them either? Hey, this might be the spawn area, or community area. Is it? Yeah, there it is. Great, so here is our Yesh building. Whoa, we're getting too much speed. A lot of mobs over there, too. So I figure what we'll do is we will grab some cobblestone. All the cobble. It's like Turkey Day. Cobble, cobble, cobble. Then we'll go ahead and place as much of it as possible in here for the time being. Then we'll grab more. Placing one back in there so we have room for our shulker box. Okay, perfect. Now, while we're here, though, it would make a lot of sense, whoa, to be very alarmed about the number of mobs down in the basement here. I don't know if we're calling this the basement formally. We might be calling it, like, Scar's Amazing Good Times place. But he's got these plots set up for people to claim. Whoops. And so, for example, let's see who owns this plot. Level 1, plot 12. Well, this plot is unclaimed. But as you can see, it's kind of a subterranean plot, which is great for people doing, like, secret base type stuff. But I don't know that I really want to make a secret base. We've got a plot up here. Whose is this? Level 2, plot 6, also unclaimed. Yep, and it looks like he gets 2 signs because that plot is so awesome. This one is me. It's me. I'm at Joe Hills. So, right now, like, we're looking at this. The plot extends down to this level. But what we're actually probably going to do is have the floor of the shop be level with the path here. We might have a basement with some storage down underneath, and then we'd have the actual structure kind of built in here. Once again, I'm open to suggestions about what the shop should be. I've been thinking about it, and I've asked some other folks on social media and streams and stuff, and recommendations I've gotten so far that I enjoyed were fake pet shop, where I sell things like pet rocks and stuff like that, a dungeon mastery shop, where I will sell you the experience of running a Dungeons & Dragons game for you, or Pitfalls and Penguins, or really, maybe some Quinn Murphy stuff. Oh, he's got so many good storytelling games. The more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm liking it, because, yeah, we'll come back to that one. Another one was Advice Shop, and finally a Poetry Shop. And I like telling people what to do, so advice sounds good. But I also like telling people how the world is, so a poetry shop sounds good too. So we kind of have the advice and poetry side of things, which is kind of a harsh reality blast. And then we have the dungeon mastery shop, which is an escapist plunge from that harsh reality. So maybe I could sell both somehow. There's, like, D&D is short for Dungeons and Dragons, P&P is short for Pitfalls and Penguins. There might be some sort of play on words where I have reality and escapism tied in. It might be Earth and Escapes, or Globes and Games, Worlds and Wonders. I don't know, there's something here. Definitely go ahead and submit your suggestions in the comments. I would love to see them, because there is definitely something to be said about having this be a place where we explore realities. Some of them are real, some of them are false. Just Joe Hills is keeping it real shop. Joe Hills Realty. Also fake tea. The British will be so mad if I sell fake tea, especially if it's not taxed properly. They'll be coming down here after me, saying, Joe, we see that you have this plot you are using inadvisedly, not wisely. I think that we're gonna pinch you till you cry to me. Biffa, please, be reasonable. I'm just trying to be a people pleaserable. But, you know, these things sometimes they flow and sometimes they go other ways. So we'll come back to this in latter days. Anyway, Saints, keep posting your ideas about what this shop should be called, because I'm pretty much sold on the idea that it's going to be all 3 of the 4 things that I listed, other than a fake pet shop. Although you can have fake pets in Dungeons & Dragons, or in poetry. So, really, we've just decided we're going to do all 4 things somehow. all 4 things happening in here soon. Also, if you have ideas for what the shop should look like, that would also be really welcome. So go ahead and send that my way. Now, in addition to a plot for a shop, we also all get a plot for a house. So I believe my second plot, my plots have similar views of the tree. Now, there's some pros and cons to that. On the one hand, it'd be cool to be able to see different parts of the map from, you know, the different shops or locations. But, so here's the second one. As you can see, they're really close together. It is really helpful, though, when you're building to be able to move easily between the two. Or like when I'm running through and checking on stuff. So, as cool as it would be to have, you know, one plot down here and one plot all the way over here. Let's just go ahead. Fly up over here, like, you know, there's enough other stuff going on with other people that's gonna get me circumnavigating the tree anyway. Whoa, what's this? Just like an emergency exit? Or some sort of redstone contraption. I better not mess with that. Whoa. Huh. Dungeon over there. Anyway, my point was not messing with that. I probably shouldn't do too much looking around here too closely, because I don't want to, like, spoil anybody else's shops that they're putting in. But let's see. A lot of these plots are still unclaimed, because we always want to have room for growth on the server. Now, some of these are, like, right next to each other. Level 1, plot 5, plot 4. These ones are, like, near neighbors. So, like, if Tango and Isuma decided they wanted to pal around... see, Stress is going to be over here. Oh, man, this tree never stops looking awesome. Let's just climb up here real quick and just appreciate this. You know, I wonder if I can use these beacon shafts as an escape route. Because I know Scar initially had talked about having skylights for us to use to escape here via Elytra. But I'm looking at these, and these seem... Nope, they're covered by leaves on that one. Are they all going to be covered by leaves? Because if so, that's a very poor escape. Wait, that one might be... Nope, it's glass. Okay. I'm guessing they're all going to be in some way covered up. But... Whoa, that one I think is open. Can't get there. Just smacking into walls. We're free! So I'm flying up here so far in the clouds that I'm basically on instruments. Now, the only instrument I have in this case is my brain, though. Because unlike in a real airplane where I'd have, like, an altimeter or a compass, I'm literally just, like, the chunks are not loading fast enough for me to see what's underneath them. Whoa, okay, I think I'm nearly back to my base, though. This looks familiar, vaguely. Vaguely familiar. Oh, did I overshoot the whole area? Am I at Mumbo's? Okay, I managed to overshoot my base and get to Mumbo's somehow. Let's go ahead and... Is this... Where are these? Are these outlying islands here? Okay, boom, there we go. Welcome back to Red Sky Bay. Well, as you can tell, there's quite the storm that's underway on Hermitcraft, but I'm thinking that what I should probably do is use the opportunity presented by this storm to go deal with a skeletal archer problem that's arisen in the middle of the bay. Whoa, sometimes, as you know, when lightning strikes in this game, it can spawn enemies, which might, you know, have crazy skeleton horses or crazy bows. So I figure what I want to do is to try and knock out this skeletal archer before he notices me, and then go over there and try to recover some of these horses. Are the other archers already dead? Oh, awesome. Great, so can I just put you in my boat? Can I pick up any of these horses? Do I have to get out of the boat? Can horses ride boats? There's a lot of questions here that I have. I like a horse to get in a boat. But I know if I... Because, see, the thing is, it's too deep. The water's too deep here. So if I get on the horses, they will certainly drown. Maybe I need lily pads for this, right? Is this a lily pad problem? Okay, or I could use... Can I push the horses with the boats? Yeah. Where's the closest land? Maybe I should build a lily pad bridge. This seems like a really Wait, will horses follow carrots if I got carrots or something? Can I lure them? Huh. So many questions. These guys are just right in the middle of the bay, though. And we have no, like, search and rescue boat to get them. Can I throw potions of water breathing at them? Okay, we're way off track now, guys. But, you know, at a certain point, like, once you're off the rails, what are you going to do? I guess the first question is, do I have any underwater breathing potions left? I think the answer is clearly no. And, wow, I've got barely any. We need to brew some new, what do you call those potions that are just... We need to brew more normal potions. We're out of bottles here. Oh, this has become a runaway set of problems that we will overcome. Here is something nice. We have a lead. We need to make the horses breathe underwater so that I can safely ride them back home, one by one. That's much faster than building a bridge if you're really slow at building bridges, which I'm not, but it sounds like such a good idea. I just don't want to try anything else. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this skeleton horse's saddle. Yep, that's right, I'm taking your saddle, because we're going to need it for the other ones. Now, we're going to run over here, and I know for a fact that I've got a ton of empty potions over this way. I was going to try and, like, skim across the ground with the fireworks, but clearly that wasn't a good idea. We should just run faster. Which, hey, there's potions for that, too. So we're going to take these glass bottles that we got here. Plenty of them. And we will turn these into potions that we can eventually use. Okay, so we're going to take this fishing rod we've got here and add Luck of the Sea to it. And hopefully it won't run out of durability before we catch the puffer fish we need to give us underwater breathing. Wait, what if I use the fishing rod on the horses from the boat? We might be able to short-circuit this whole thing, right? You can use fishing rods to move mobs in Minecraft. So, let's come over here. And you know what? I've got a lead, too. So let's try one of these leads as well. And we'll see if either of these work. Where are they? They're over there. So we're going to go ahead, just put a lead on one of these horses. Nope, he's sinking. Okay, so let's try right-clicking him with the lead. Okay, I don't think I can use the lead on the horse. Really? That's so weird. Oh, I can't hold... Dang it. I keep dismounting the boat when I hold shift to shift-click the horse. So, okay, next thing we're going to try is we're going to go closer to shore, and we're going to try the fishing rod on one of the horses. Okay, that wasn't close enough, but since we got it in there anyway, let's see if we catch a puffer fish, because that would be awesome. Come on, fishy. Time to bite. This is the most intense Minecraft I've ever played. 4 skeletal horses, 1 fish of unknown origin, 1 Joe Hills, and 1 bobber. We got a raw fish. Dang it. Okay, let's try this again from closer. See if we can nail the... Nope. Yeah, we got him. Okay, so let's start pulling him. Let's go switch to F5 mode. So we still got the cable connected. Is he... Now we're gonna try throwing him this way. Did he move? Okay, it's definitely pulling him toward me a little bit every time, but this fishing rod is about to be out of charges, unfortunately. So if I just keep backing away a little bit at a time, I can definitely pull him backward toward the shore. Or deeper underwater. How close to the shore are we getting? Very. How done is this rod? Almost entirely. And it's the only enchanted one I have. So this is progress. We now have a system by which we can definitely attain mobs. What we need to do is take our experience here and apply it with more equipment, better equipment. So I'm going to run back to the kind of general spawn area, re-grab some cobble, and while I'm over there, I'll hit the, what do you call it? The mob farm and grab us some string for fishing rods. Time skip! As you can tell from my inventory, I have successfully replenished my cobblestone, courtesy of the kind folks who put things in the Yesh building over there. But you know what? I still have to find some string for my fishing rod. It turns out the Pentaspawner doesn't actually have spiders in it, so that was worthless. But this is Cub's fishing shack. Here is a picture of Cub. You can tell by his distinctive dragon-shaped ears. But we're going to go in here. Now, most of these chests, when I looked through them, didn't exactly have, like, a string lying around. But then I noticed that he's got this whole, like, weird chest mechanism thing. It's like, well, nothing in that one. Nothing in there. But you know what? When you start getting down in here, there's actually a ton of saddles and fishing rods. And these are actually really helpful if I need saddles for all those horses and if I need fishing rods for things. Now, some of these have, like, Curse of Vanishing, and I think that means it goes away if you die. And, you know, whatever. Are there pufferfish in here while I'm just randomly looking for stuff? No, of course not. That would be too convenient. But anyway, one of these rods I like was Mending, Luck of the Sea, Unbreaking 3. Now, I know that technically Mending only works if you go get experience, but I think that I could possibly go hit some things and then get experience from them and then have the rod repaired enough to use it for fishing in general. Oh, but I just need a garbage fishing rod. Hey there, Mr. Horse. As you can tell, I've got a pretty good enchanted fishing rod here, and I was just thinking maybe you and me could go for a little walk. Although, you don't seem to be biting. Okay, let me see if I can get a little closer to you here. Did I overshoot him at this? Nope, I did not. Okay, great. So it looks like if I just kind of keep pulling him back to me, like this, sooner or later he'll get to shore. And then I can get a saddle on him and find out how fast he is. Okay, so not the most... Whoa, apparently I had a better shot there than I thought I did. Wow, we are almost back to shore. This is awesome. Okay, so we're going to lure him into the shallows now with our Lure 3 fishing rod. I think he's almost there. So we're going to go ahead and put the saddle on him here so we can ride him. Okay. Whoa, this guy's a little faster than some of the other ones. That's nice. Or at least he feels faster. Doesn't have a lot of health. How's his jump? Passable. Okay, not too bad. We're going to go ahead and put him in here for right now. As a proof of concept, though, we have kind of gotten off the rails a little bit. We wanted to prove we could rescue a horse from the middle of the bay. Now that we know we can do it, there's the question of should we do it 3 more times? Maybe not right this instant, because that is kind of a little bit slow going. But, whoa, we did it. We proved it could be done, and that's a good start. So I feel like I was doing something else, though. Oh, yeah, I was putting all that cobble in those furnaces. I grabbed a ton of cobble from the Yesh building, and I'm realizing now that actually this is exactly what I should do is load up all the cobble in there, and then off camera I'll go ahead and rescue all those horses to give the cobble a time to cook. That'll be a good kind of use of our time. Hopefully we'll get some good fast horses out of it, and simultaneously get some more stone that we need for building... Whoa, just barely missed the door. For building our castle. Let's go ahead and drop that so we don't accidentally fireworks ourselves somewhere. Okay. Hey, furnaces, how are you guys doing? Still good? Still... Wow, these are really slow. Impulse was just slain by a rabbit. I thought they took out the killer rabbits from Minecraft, but, I mean, clearly not. They must have done something to get that thing to attack him. But, anyway. Until we figure out exactly... Maybe the rabbit pushed him off a cliff or something. I don't know. It's a wonderful and wondrous time to be alive. We have made some great progress on our north tower here, as well as I've even started delving down below the north tower. There's a switchback stair here that'll lead down to this area, which has the Chamberlain's office and a bunch of other servant stuff, and then the Knight's Hall. So, you know, piece by piece, this whole castle is literally coming together. We're connecting the parts, we are assembling, we are not yet avenging anybody. You know what? These stairs are off by 1. But that's actually better, I think, for what I was doing. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. It means a lot that you guys watch these episodes. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.